Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. Today I am going to be working on a swag using some mesh that I found today at Joann's. I forgot for a second. It's with the spring stuff. It says spring on it. This says fall to me, but yeah. I got some spring florals to go with it. And I knew I had this base at home, so I was like, let me get this and see what we can do. I think I've used Joann's mesh once, so it's nice. It's a very unique color. Not so much this cream. This marigold color, I keep calling it marigold because it's not really yellow, it's not really orange, it's not really gold. I think I've seen that a couple times, but this is, it's hard to tell. I mean, I'm looking like super up close right now. It's hard to tell because the jute going through it is the natural jute color. The what is that, the weft? The weft is the whitish kind of color that you see through here, but the warp on here is like a dusty mauve, so it gives it kind of a pink tinge, but it's very subtle. And I got it, and I mean that's why I got it, because I was like, I like that it's like as if you can see, wait, where's a natural? Somewhere over here. Like, see, this would be a natural, and that you can see how this is just slightly, it's very subtle. Like if somebody was like, hey, I need a natural mesh, I might just sub this in, and not, you know, not think that they would notice, but it's there. There's a little bit of pink in it, so mauve, it's not pink. Okay, so this is a 24-inch swag from the Reese shop. Item XX7784W4. Ordered like 4. I needed 2 of these for a custom. Ordered 2 extra. I turned one into a bunny swag, and I'm turning this one into a floral kind of deco mesh swag. So first thing you got to do is, of course, fluff this up. And I don't expect a lot of this swag will be showing, but if it does, that's fine. I don't mind. I don't think it detracts any from the project. I like to come from the back too to make sure all the pieces that are supposed to be going to the front are actually going to the front and not like crossed over sideways. Like, where is this one at? I don't know where that one's at, but let me see one. Like, see this one? Not even really that one. This one, look, this swag's in pretty good shape. That's supposed to go to the front. You just kind of look and tell, and then come over here now that everything where it's supposed to be, and just kind of straighten up, because they ship these super flat. They look like chain, you know, hand saws, because they're like flat and they're a triangle. There is a piece of red something in here that's bothering me. Okay, there we go. So, I saw this mesh and I was like, I want to get that, and I put it in my basket, and then it was only $6. I don't know why I was like agonizing over it, but I wanted it because of that yellow and because of the pink. Most of the time, if I'm doing something, I'm using, I don't do the ruffle, the poof method a lot. I just did it on a wreath. Don't do the poof method a lot. It's just not really my thing. I don't think it's not that interesting of a base. I usually do cruffles, curls, ruffles, woodland, whatever you want to call them. And when you do that, you are sacrificing this part of the mesh, and then you fold it up, it gets stuck in there, and maybe you see a little bit of that yellow, but you're not going to see much of it. So I'm going to go old school with this, because this is how I used to do swags way back when. But also I'm going to try to update it a little bit, because my swags way back when were not something that was particularly fantastic. So this is all fluffed up as well as it needs to be. I mean, this isn't going in your living room for Christmas, so it's good enough. I hate that they put that one long tie on there, but whatever. These have a loop at the top, and that's where we're going to start. I'm going to take my mesh and roll it out this way for now. We're not going to worry. I'm just going to put it right here on my of course, it's pulling over everything. I'm going to just put it on my Easy Bow Maker right there to hold it up. And this is the wrong side of the mesh. I'm going to take this, fold this in just a little bit, scrunch it up. I'm going to go right here on top, this loop where it attaches, see right here? That is some serious thunder. And you can either cable tie it down or you can twist it in. I like to cable tie it down. There's one right here. I'm trying to get this bag open. Just because I like that little bit of added security. And I'm actually going to make this a little bit, give myself a little bit more room. And this is like a heavy duty, where are these from? Hyper Tough? Is that what? Yeah, these are from Walmart. This is like way more secure. Like, this is not one that you would need for this project, but it's what I have, and I am too tired to go looking for any other ones. Okay, so get that on there. That is secure. Now, we're going to turn this back towards us, and this is going to come over. So now, the wrong side, Deco mesh doesn't have a wrong side, but this is like the side that's on around the tube. This side is facing down, and we're starting at the top, and I am going to, I'm not measuring anything really. I want to get kind of to the middle, which would be like here. So let's say like over here. I'm going to take this and bring it across. And if you want to pull some like that so it sticks up a little bit, you can do that. Wow, they said we were going to have weather. I did not know it was going to be starting this early. I was hoping to be asleep by the time the weather started. Oh man, I hope I don't lose power before my biscuits are done baking, because I haven't hit dinner. That's why I'm not sleeping. Because I was like, I forgot dinner. Okay, so this is going to go over here. Then now it's over here. We're going to take another section. And these aren't really poofs. They're just kind of, I mean, they are poofs, but we are structuring this to kind of come down like that. And this is going to go as far down as you can, even into this last section right here. Okay? And if you want, pull that out a little bit. And yes, that looks totally weird right now. Trust me. Trust me though, trust me. Now I'm just going to measure an amount. This is, you know, we usually do our ruffles at like 20, somewhere up in there. All I'm trying to do is get this. You're going to take this end piece now, which it looks like it got flipped around at some point, which guess I can flip it back here if I wanted to. Yeah, let's have that. The curl side coming in because we're going to turn this down again to contain that edge and ruffle up to where we tied in. Just tie it in again. And if you can, try to get it off to this side instead of like centered. Like that. There we go. I feel comfortable with that. So now we do have this line of the yellow showing, and there's a little bit of yellow showing here, so I'm good with that. I just want to make sure that I'm not going to lose all that when I start putting in my ruffles. So I am pretty much just going to take these, and I'm not... What's wrong with you? Come on, quit being like that. Quit embarrassing me in front of my friends. I'm just going to cut some lengths of this around, you know, our 20-ish mark. Please don't fall over. They don't have to be perfect. We're gonna end up using this whole rule. I mean, if you're like, I am definitely one of those people who's like, let's measure everything, let's make sure that we have enough, but this whole roll is gonna end up going in this wag. So if you want to try to get the precise pieces in, you can. I don't like this. Sometimes you get this mesh that has like these little nibbly things on the end, and it's like grabby, which I don't like. But this was $6. One set. This is $10 regularly, and I was like, $10 for a roll of mesh? Who am I? Some rich woman who shops at Joann's and thinks that's an appropriate price to pay for some plastic? Same stuff they make crawfish bags out of. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. I love this Dollar Tree rotary cutter. I never thought I would. I can't wait until our Dollar Tree opens back up, the new one, so I can get some more of these just to have on hand. The thunder is not playing around. It's like we have this wind advisory. It came on my phone, like I was like, I don't know if I had just like I turned over or something, I woke up and I saw my phone light up and I was like, what is that? Who's texting me? It's the middle of the night, and I looked and it said like severe wind advisory. And they're calling for like 60-mile-an-hour winds, which is like basically a category 1 hurricane. So my mom was like, if your power goes out, don't freak out. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, I need to make sure my phone, my Switch, all my batteries are charged, and I'm using one of my batteries right now to run this camera. So, you know, yay for preparedness. Okay, and now what we're gonna do is we are just gonna kind of go through and put some of these ruffles in here. I find these swags to be like very freeform because, you know, we're making our ruffle shape we always make, but we're just kind of, there's no preset 18 ties on or 15 or whatever you use. It's just kind of like, get them in there. And if some are longer, some are shorter, it doesn't matter. So the first ones I'm going to do are going to be the open side here and the open side here. And then we're going to go back and kind of fill in underneath these so you don't see so much of the base beneath these swoops. So we might add some more swoops later. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see how long the power stays on for. Yeah, like I think there's 3 over here that's going to be fine. So how are you guys doing? I was laying in bed, falling asleep. Like I was, you know, my head like kept nodding like that. And then I'm like, my stomach kind of hurts. I got a tummy ache. Kind of hungry. And then I was like, okay, I finished that wreath. I took the pictures. I edited a video. I moved everything off my memory card. I talked to Mom, then I got in bed. And I was like, well, I finished that wreath at like 4, and then I did everything else at 5, and then I talked to Mom at like 6. And I got in bed, and it was like 7. And I was like, I did not eat anything for dinner. Which, that's not the end of the world, but if I don't eat, I'm going to wake up in the morning and be horribly sick because I don't do well on an empty stomach. So, I was like, I don't want to microwave anything because I want it to be cooking in the oven while I'm doing this because I can't just sit and wait for something to microwave. I can't wait 6 minutes for something to microwave. So I threw some biscuits and some sausage patties in the oven so I can do this while those are cooking, and then I can eat real quick, probably make thumbnails or something while I'm eating dinner, and then head back to bed, at which point I will be completely awake. But I'm good. I'm actually feeling pretty good tonight. I did that big patriotic wreath earlier, and you know, just sitting there talking. I got to talk to Michelle. I got to see my mom today and talk to my mom, and I went shopping, and I just had a pretty good day. So I'm not like, this is like the first time I'm not up because I'm like upset about something, or I'm anxious, or I'm paranoid, or whatever. I'm just like, I'm hungry. Forgot to eat. No big deal. But I also really want like one of those big gooey honey buns, like the pre-made ones that are probably terrible for you. I'm not like a big sugar person, but like when I do want sugar, I want like the worst possible sugar. Like no, I don't want an organic fruit leather. I want like a big giant iced honey bun that's made in China and has enough preservatives to kill a small family of rats. I've been in such a tater tot mood. I don't know what it is. Like I've never been like super into, like some people are like, oh, fries, everywhere I go I gotta get fries, and I'm just like, that's cute for you, but like I'm not that big deal. But like I think it's a Chick-fil-A chicken sauce they started selling at my Walmart. I bought a bottle of it, and now I'm like, what can I dip in this? Tater tots? I can dip tater tots in this all day long. I can eat tater tots 4 times a day. They're cheap, they're fast, they're delicious. Okay, so now I'm pushing this down some, and I'm gonna stick a couple of pieces back here. cleared my memory card to film this, and I don't know that I transferred all the videos. I think I did though, because I filmed a little haul for Patreon today. And I got a box of glue sticks, and people are always asking about the glue sticks. So I was like, let me film a video of me opening this box of glue sticks, which it's not so you can see me open a box of glue sticks. It's just me giving information about the EdTech 5-pound box. I've been getting some questions on Patreon, and I get questions on here every now and then about like, oh, you know, I need to do this, I want to do that, and where do I get this from? And I wanted to do like a not so much like a training course, but just like a basics kind of. But I feel like to do that I would have to be pretty cutthroat about how to do this and succeed. Because as fun as it looks, it's not always fun. Definitely, I mean, for me, I have not gotten back enough financially to justify the amount of work I've put in, which I know that's true of if anybody starts a business. You know, they always say that thing like you can't expect to like pay yourself a salary for the first like 3 years, and I'm good with that. Like my materials are paid for by the wreaths I sell and my other revenue streams between the little bit I get from Patreon, the little bit I get from YouTube. Like, I'm good, but I can't solely make a living on this, and I would like to. I'd like to do a, you know, how to get started. Maybe I'll do that during the summer, because we always have that summer lull, like between the holidays, between Easter and when we start fall. Because I mean, there's patriotic during the summer, but I'm not going to be making beach wreaths and flip-flop wreaths. That is not me. I may make a flip-flop wreath. So maybe just like a 2-week thing, 6 videos of like where to shop, how to make a basic wreath, what not to do. I can't tell you what to do. I can tell you what not to do, though. Because I'm fine with like pricing. I know how to do all that. I know how to. I don't know how good I am with Etsy because I sell a lot more local than I do. Well, yeah, I sell a lot more local than I do through Etsy, and I do a lot more custom order than I do. You know, let me sit down and like this thing. Like, is somebody gonna buy this? I don't know. Maybe. Okay, now that I have this in here, I don't know that I like this stripe through here, but I feel like if I don't put the stripe in there, I'm going to lose all the... There's going to be a bow here, bow here, bow there. Florals. This is how I used to do swags. I would start at, they were bigger swags than this. They were wider and they were longer. Start at one corner, bring it down to the midpoint, come back this way, bow, ornaments, florals, bow, ornaments, florals. And you know, this is a 7-inch bow, this 6-inch bow down, a 5-inch bow down here. But not the ruffles and stuff on the side. So do I leave that in, or I think it's this one that's like throwing me off. Yeah, because we'll probably do like the bow here, maybe bring some ribbons down there, and then bring ribbons here. Yeah, I'm good with that. I got it now, but what I think I am going to do is I'm going to put a ruffle on top of where that is. The only, like, I like these because they're shorter, like they're only 24 inches. I just wish they were wider. Not as wide as those one crap outlet sells, because those are just, oh man. I think I have PTSD from doing that fall swag. Yeah, I like that better. It makes it look like it's not so much sitting, I mean it is sitting on top, absolutely, but we don't want it to look like that. See, I just worry that these sometimes look like rails, which I'm not opposed to a rail, but not when I'm trying to make a swag, you know? Okay, what else do I want to do? I would not mind a couple of curls if we can get some. Ideally 7, but I'd settle for 5. Okay, I think I can get 6. So I have to use this piece, and it looks like crap. I hate when they tape them. Just staple it. Alright, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's good. Alright, now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I think I know where these would go too. This one is kind of sad. I'm going to start it from this raggedy inside. And then make sure it doesn't get too tight. here somewhere. Oh, y'all, I am dragging. I can't wait for that toaster oven to ding. This is just going to give us, I don't even know if that's going to be visible in the finished swag, but it's giving us a little bit of extra texture. I think if you guys don't follow me on Patreon, you may be very surprised about the stuff that I bought to put in this. Because I'm still kind of like, is that going to work? I could not find mustard colored flowers or marigold colored flowers. I went all through Joann's and all through Michael's and I was like, why do they not have the right shade of orangey yellow? That's okay. The yellow is kind of our accent color, and I do have some stuff that matches it, just not actual flowers. Is that the other curl? What is that? Is this a... That's a ruffle. There's a curl over there, so we'll put one right here too. Can y'all hear that thunder? Yeah, I definitely gotta go plug in my chargers, just in case. Alright, then maybe we do the last one down here. Well, there's one right there. Just coming out over here. So where did I want to put that other one? Up here, maybe? No, there's one right here, one here. Just for the heck of it. It's going to get covered up by a bow, but who cares? And in. So now that this is all in here, you can definitely see that this is pink, right? I mean, I'm not the only one that saw that. This is the top. This is the bottom. These look much more in place now. I'm gonna just open them up and kind of pull everything around them some. Before they just looked like I started doing poofs and gave up. Okay, so that'll be it for now, and we will pick this up tomorrow and make us a supposedly spring swag, since this is spring mesh, and I bought all spring ribbons and spring florals, and we will see. We have our base done. Let us now adjust the camera slightly and make some bows. I want these to start out big and end up small. Well, start larger, end up smaller. And I just have a selection of ribbons from Michael's and Craft Outlet. This is that grab bag ribbon. I keep opening spools of this and then I can't find them anymore, so I have to open a new spool. These are, I know y'all have seen these at Michael's. They're all on clearance for some reason. I don't know why, but I bought 3 of them. Swiss Dot from Craft Outlet, and this, which is the same as this, it's just got gold on it from Craft Outlet. So how do I want to do this? I'm gonna do 3. I don't know what I want to do. But I'm gonna go with this one. Because there's like 3 pinks. There's 2 pinks. Okay, there's two corally pinks. So let's try to separate these with. That's 4 browns. I mean, it doesn't really matter, I guess. But I want this one in the front, followed by this one, then this one. We'll do this one, this one, this one. No, I don't want these 2 next to each other. Okay. You know how I am with the bows. So I'm gonna just do funky bows because I don't want a massive amount of bow all over here. So let's start off with like our 8-inch-ish tail. Yeah, there's 6 bows, so 6 ribbons. So we're gonna start off at let's do 6. And then we're gonna go 5, 4, and the next one we're gonna start at like 5.5, go 4.5, you know, go down like that. 5.5, whatever. You know, we're gonna go down a little bit. Each one's just gonna be a little bit smaller. So we did 6-inch loops. Let's do 5, and let's do 6.5-inch, and then 5, and then we'll go down. The next one we'll start with 5.5. Go down to 5 and then do 4.5, and then the bottom one we probably won't use all these ribbons just because I don't like using 6 ribbons in a bow that's going to end up being 5 inches, right? Got that? So yeah, I'm just going to go through this and get this done. I'm growing increasingly frustrating with having to explain what I'm doing, so I can fast forward through it in the slow version. That is not definitely. I'm like, man. Okay. So how are you guys? We started off at 6. Let's go to 5.5, I guess. I think that's what I'm doing. I don't know. What's going on? I got all this yumminess in my craft order haul from today. My craft outlet order that came today. I'm worried about these 3 ribbons because, what is this? This is only 3 yards. This is 3 yards. This is 4 yards. So, yeah. I'm trying to like conserve this because I want to be able to add some of this ribbon in some of the other tails. I mean, some other places. I'm out of it. I just talked to Michelle and she's just like, we're talking about all this stuff and I was like, oh my god, I have to go do stuff. I had physical therapy today, and I was late. I wasn't late. Like I was at Walmart beforehand because Walmart's right across the street from the hospital. I went to go see my mom. I went to go pick up something for dinner, And I got back in my car to go over there, and I was like, oh man, my appointment's at 10 and it's like 9:59. So I get there, sign in, go to the bathroom real quick, and I'm like, okay, I did everything I got to do, I'm ready. And then it's like 10 minutes later, and my therapist comes out. She's like, hey, sorry for the holdup. And I was like, I literally like raced across the highway to get here. But whatever, we had a good little session. This is at 5.5, so this one's gonna be at 5. I just hope I have enough. I didn't want to buy like two spools of this. It was only $3. I could have bought 2 spools of it. I don't want to use 2 spools of it because $3 for 3 yards of ribbon, that's still very expensive considering like this roll that has 10 yards was like $4.50 or something. And this is already going to be an expensive swag because I went ham on florals. So I'm trying to keep costs down elsewhere. Yeah, it's still super windy outside. I know I was talking about that last. That's the only thing I remember about making this from last night because I made it so late. Was how windy it was. Very windy, but it's cooled down. It was like 60 degrees today, and I was like, oh, that's nice. I'm gonna do a little pre-shaping here. If you're struggling with your bows, do a little pre-shaping. These 2 coral loops being on the same side. Business. Okay, so this one will go this way. All right, I was like, wait, what? And then this one will go this way. It really doesn't matter to me which one of these is on top as long as one of them's on top. Somebody remember that for when I come back around. Alright, fold our pipe cleaner in half. Just to see how I like it, which I always seem to like it. You know, as long as I pick the right colors, I'm just like, it's good. This ribbon is a little floppy because it's just got, I mean, it's very lightly wired through there, but, you know. And so that's pretty. It'll bring out the pink in our, why is this like, I may just need to finagle that some more once I actually get it on the swag. So let's do that again. This time starting at 5.5 inches. Wait, that doesn't have to be turned. What am I doing? I don't know why I thought that would work. So yeah, I went to therapy. That parking lot is a nightmare. I was like, I hate my 10 o'clock appointment because there's never any parking spots. This place has, I know, I'm pretty sure I just talked about this, but you know, let me complain about it some more. There are so many handicap spots. Like, the only place that has more handicap parking spots is Walmart, and I'm like, does Walmart think everybody in this parish is handicapped? Because there are like, it's like the first like eight parking spots on each row, and I'm like, come on, there's not even this many people in the parish, let alone people who need handicap spots. And then at the hospital, the whole like first row of parking is handicap spots. The second row of parking is regular parking / veterans parking. And I had to park so far away today. I was just like, I'm never gonna make it here in time, and I was rushing. And I was like, did I lock my car? Did I do this? Did I do that? And I was like, I guess so. I don't know. Let's hope for the best. Not to say there shouldn't be any handicap parking spots, but I'm like, y'all, this is a bit excessive. Like at the hospital, I get, like, I'm like, okay, like, yeah, people, 5.5 to 5, okay. I get that. But, freaking Walmart, oh my God. Someplace else down here has like a inordinate amount of handicap spots that are never filled up. Like the ones at Walmart are never filled. Like I've never seen all them filled up. Oh, and I was so aggravated. I was walking around Walmart, you know, getting the stuff I needed. There was a guy who had his mask, like he was wearing it like a necklace, and I was like, why don't you just take it off? What is the point of you wearing that if you're not going to wear it correctly? And then I was telling my mom, I was like, there's a guy, he's just walking around having a grand old time with his mask, like covering his neck. And this woman walks by. She does not even have a mask on, like not even like one hanging around her neck. And I was just like, seriously? My mom's like, I can't tell her anything. And I was like, I'll go tell her something. She's like, no. It's just inconsiderate. Alright, what is going on here? I just pulled this whole spool of ribbon out because I couldn't find the end. I was, last night I was watching, I just caught a second of it because it aggravated me so much. I was like, I can't watch this. I think it was on Instagram. Somebody posted that they were like making a bow. This is 5.5, so this needs to be, no, this was 5.5, we went to 5, now we need to go to 4.5. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna come in a little bit on each one. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. She's making a bow. And all the ribbon, as she was using it, it was just falling to the ground. And then she kept pulling it up so it was all tangled together. And I was like, oh my God, why are you, and it looked just like this over here. But she was doing it on purpose. And I was just like, oh my God, why are you doing that? Stop it. Also, she was teaching. She was teaching people. It was like, hey, just throw all your stuff on the floor because, you know, that's always the cleanest place in anybody's home. And I'm over here like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna throw my ribbons on the floor because my feet that have been walking outside, and my dog, who has been rolling around in God knows what outside, has walked all over this floor. I was in a mood last night, y'all. I was just like, what are you doing? You need to get your act together. You need to sort your life out. I'm still so angry about that mask thing. And I think it's because it was like ungodly hot in Walmart for some reason. Like it was nice outside. And I'm walking around, I'm like, if we still wearing these damn masks when it's... I don't know how I made it through summer last year. I think I just didn't go anywhere. Like, I think at that point I was just like, hey, let's like do this social distancing hardcore because it's too hot anyway. It'd be too hot without a mask, so it's twice as hot with a mask. Can't see anything because my glasses are all fogged up. Oh, but you just think you can walk around with that one on? How nice to be so privileged. Karen. I'm kind of glad I didn't say anything because she looked like she would have been one of those people that would have went off. And then I would have had to go off, and then we both would have ended up on like one of those Instagram accounts about people going crazy in Walmart. Okay, so that one's a little smaller, and one more. I don't mind making bows. I hate like doing them back to back like this. Like I should have done the smaller two and then done the larger one on video, but whatever. We're hanging out. We're talking about Karen. All right, so that was 6, 5.5. So this one's going to start at 5, and I think I'm going to leave this out and maybe one of the... I'm gonna leave this out and something else. In theory. Just because I feel like this is gonna get very tight very quick. Okay, so I keep having to look because I don't know what I'm doing. The one after this is the polka dot. Let's leave that out. No, let's use that. And then leave out the gold. Like the polka dot. I should have left the one out of the middle ribbon too, so it looked more intentional. It is intentional. I just wanted it to look more intentional, not just like, oh, he's running out of that ribbon and he's freaking out. Okay, so we're gonna leave this one out. We left the gold out, so let's add in the peach scallop and then the other one. So this is just gonna, this ribbon, oh my god. So this went from 5, it's going to go to 4.5, and well, this will just be a 4-loop bow. I'm aggravated today. I don't know why. Not like purely Walmart related, just like, I think it's because this just all unwound and now I'm like, ugh. Also, I'm frustrated with YouTube. I'm frustrated with YouTube. I'm worried that none of my Easter wreaths have sold. Except for one. The one that I was like, this is never going to sell, and of course that's the one that sells. send coupon codes out to anybody who has an item in their cart. You know, like, hey, here's 10% off if you actually check out with that thing you've had in your cart for 3 years. And Etsy keeps sending me notifications, and I'm like, oh my god, I sold something. They're like, oh, so and so favorited your shop, and I'm like, oh, cool. Or so and so favorited your item, and I'm like, can you make them check out with it though? All right, let me just get myself in order real quick. I'm gonna use these. I'm not gonna bother pinning them or anything. But I want, my mom got approved for her loan. All we have to do is the appraisal. She has to sign papers, and in 30 days, the house is hers. So hopefully that happens like the first week of May. Today is the, is it March 18th? Or March 18th. It's March 18th. Hopefully that it happens the last week of May. And I want to buy her a big concrete, a nice concrete bird bath. They have this place in Slidell where I go to Hobby Lobby, and one of the Michaels is out there, and we pass it all the time on the interstate. I never knew how to get there. And then when I went to Michael's this last time, I did the GPS. You know, I was like, Siri, give me directions to Michael's. And it took me like this back way that put me on this side road that passed me right in front of this place. It's all concrete, like statues and fountains and bird baths. And I was like, oh my god, I know how to get here now. I can go and get Mom her bird bath, or her, I don't think she would want a fountain, but like something. I think it'd be nice if I could find something that was like somehow related to Carl. Like he liked fishing, like if I could find like a bird bath or like something like a fish, or like a fisherman, like a little fisherman boy for like a statue thing. I don't know. I want that, and I know it's not going to be cheap. So I'm like, I need to sell these Easter wreaths. I don't want to look at them anymore. Okay, so I have my 3 bows made. From order to, what do we start off at 6? 6, 5.5 inch, and then 5. So our top one is going to go right here where we started our swag. Then one's going to go here. Then one's going to go down here. And I want this one, like when you put these in here, don't line them up like this. Like this starts here, but you would think it would go here because that's where it starts. But our other bow, this comes through here. So let's put the middle bow on first so I can show you what I'm talking about. And this one this is the smallest bow. I didn't include all the ribbons. I just took some out because I didn't want a big giant floofy bow at the bottom. So this is our medium bow. It is the long version. People, you could help me out here. 5.5 inch bow. Started at 5.5 inch, went down every round by 1/2 inch. So this one's gonna go right here. See, this is a twist tie where everything's twisted into. I'm gonna go right on top of that. And when you're putting stuff into a swag, you want to try to go around the spine. When I put these in, like when I'm trying to get this pipe cleaner through, I stare at like the ceiling. Like I don't even look at it. Not that, I mean, I can't see anything, but I'm like looking across the room, staring at a bookcase. Okay, so the spine is over here. I'm going to attach these 3 in here. And then we will move on from there. I'm going to pull this over as far as I can. Like pull this pipe cleaner over this way and have the one that's wrapped around the spine meet it so it stays on this side. It doesn't go into the middle. Yeah, see, like I just had to like slow down and explain that, and I'm like, what? Oh my god, these bows look so good now that they're in here, huh? But you'll get that. This one's on this side. This one's going to be over here. This smaller one's going to be over here. So I don't want them in the middle. I want this to definitely be this way. So we can put our big one on now. Like if this, I mean, it wasn't like, I thought it was like these colors were so fall, but now they're like right back to spring. But are they too spring? I mean, it's getting a little late. It's only March. It's a little late in the season for me to be doing spring, but that's only because I have spring everywhere in my house. And nobody's buying wreaths, so I can't go buy my mom a fountain with the fisherman on it. But every time I say, nobody's buying wreaths, someone will order a wreath, and then like 3 other people order a wreath, and then I'm like, oh god, now I have to ship all these wreaths. I'm never happy, y'all. I think I'm like, I feel weird because I was just talking to Michelle about this YouTube video I watched about this woman who she had like struggled with, trigger warning here, she had like struggled with infertility and she couldn't get pregnant until she was older, and then she got pregnant and there was something wrong with the baby, and the doctors were like, you know, we can not continue this pregnancy, or you can, you know, carry her to term, but she's not going to live outside of your womb. And she was like a Christian, and she said, you know, oh, we don't do that, first of all. Like she was pro-life. But she was like, no, I'm not going to do that. So she had the baby died like 10 hours later, and she was on like I don't know if it was like a news segment or like a Christian talk show, but the host is like she was very, I think this happened like a while ago, like I don't think it happened like last week, and she was on this show, but she was talking to it, and she's like very positive about it and being like, this is what God had, like this was God's plan for me. And I was just like, oh, okay. I heard a lot of people say that after Hurricane Katrina, when I lost everything I owned, like, that God has a plan for you, and I was like, what is it? What is it? But she has the baby lives 10 hours, and even though she's older now, she gets pregnant again, and the baby that she's pregnant with has the same condition, and she has to go through the same thing over again. And I was just like, oh my God. And she was still just like, this is God's plan for me. And I was talking to Michelle about that, and she started talking about someone she knew who something happened to the kid, and the kid is now like in a vegetative state, and she was talking about locked-in syndrome, and I was like, you know, I don't want to talk, because it's like my biggest fear, like being trapped inside my own body and like being aware, but just like not being able to move or do anything. So I was talking to her, and I was like, I gotta get back to work over here. She's like, yeah, but then they took him to this I was like, oh my God, Michelle, quit talking, like I can't handle it. Like, bless these poor people. I don't want to hear anything else about them, though. It's a fancy. Okay. That's pretty. And let's pick our ribbons to strengthen this and this. This is just going to be a little piece right here. I might not even put one there, but there's a big gap between here, so I want to choose. What do I want to choose? I like this one. I like the gold. But I want to save the gold because I actually need the gold is for something else, but I'm using it now. But that's cute. I'm just going to pleat this up. Get up in here somewhere close to the base of this bow. I might even just do a little half bow deal like that. actually probably supposed to be back here. What am I doing? Right. This is supposed to be back here. I'm going to pull this up and pull this up. Just get this twisted in there. Or because that is giving me a problem, I'm going to wire this now. I don't want to rely just on those ties to keep this in place. I'm going to wrap this right around the top right there. It'll blend in with the existing bow. Now that this is all tangled up, I'm going to pull myself. Oh god, I just unwound that whole thing. Okay, where's the other side of you? Where's the other side of you? But no, really, where is the other side of you? What is this tied into? Oh, okay, I got it. So this is gonna come from here to, I'm gonna give it a little bit of slack. Pinch it in, put it in this tie. Wow, did I really twist that tight? I don't think so. I should have done this before I put this middle bow on because I feel like we're going to have to now. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just tuck these under. They will become a part of this. This will go here. Yeah, that's better. You can separate those a little bit if you want. I'm still trying to bring out this yellow because if I lose this yellow, my florals are going to be like, did he run out of whatever he was planning on using there? And for this, I think, like, do I need to put something here? I don't think so. I think what I'm going to do with the rest of this is, how many inches do we have here? 12, 24. Okay. So I'm just going to cut these into 12-inch pieces, old school style, because there's only 2 of them. We'll finish that off. Take 2 of these, because I don't want to go overboard ribbon because I'm about to go overboard floral. those together. And then where is the one? Okay, we are done with you, so you can go over there. Okay, so I'm going to dovetail all these and then just put them 1, 2, 3, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, somewhere like that. I'm gonna put the lacy one with the polka dot and then the coral one with the gold. Yeah, I'm getting real tired of doing that, y'all. I'm frustrated. I don't know why. I mean, I give you a start to finish of me making a wreath. We talk. I think it's sometimes fun. Maybe it'd be funner if I had somebody to answer me back. I don't know. But I'm like, why is it taking so long? My projections were supposed to be me hitting 100,000 in 2023. My numbers are so off now that doesn't even show me when I'm hitting 30,000. And like, I've been trying to get to 5,000 since before Christmas. By the time I see this, by the time you guys see this, I will be at 5,000, like, unless, you know, some horrible secret from my past is revealed and I get canceled. Which, oh my god, that would be amazing. Michelle said something about, he said, I'm going to start saving my text messages and recording our phone calls. And, you know, once you're rich and famous, I can expose you and get you canceled. And I was like, what exactly are you gonna, what exactly are you planning on releasing here? Because, the only difference between Adam on the phone with Michelle and Adam filming for YouTube is that Adam on the phone with Michelle drops the F-bomb a lot more than I have on YouTube, which I don't think I ever have. Have I? No. I said the S word once. And YouTube was like, nope, you can't say that in this video about your mom's dead husband. And I was like, oh, okay, sorry. Sorry, YouTube, I was grieving. They're like, well, we don't like grieving. We like money. And I was like, yeah, I know, I get it. Me too. I'm just frustrated. I am frustrated because I see, I know I've talked about this before, and I promise, like, this is part of like my non-resolution, New Year's resolution is to stop comparing myself to other people. But the craft tubers who make crap, 300,000 followers, 25,000 views for video, throwing a bunch of stuff from Dollar Tree over the door. Which, no, I'm not bitter. I just wish that my stuff that doesn't look like crap got as much stuff as as many views as their stuff that does look like crap does. But maybe this is too niche. But Lori, hardworking mom, has 100,000 subscribers and she makes wreaths. I don't know. Maybe I need to do the lives. Is that what's holding me back, y'all? I think it's because I'm not on Facebook. Like, the wreath thing is, like, huge on Facebook, it seems like. Like, everybody's like, oh, grow my Facebook group. And I'm like, why would I want to go back on Facebook? I just got out of there. Well, no, I've been out of Facebook since, like, 2016. I don't know what happened then that made me realize I can't tolerate anybody, but if you know, you know. I'm like, oh wait, everybody's racist? I didn't realize that until just now. Okay, no, I can't be here anymore. I don't want to get on Facebook. Like, and I feel like I'd rather be less successful and not on Facebook than more successful and have to deal with Facebook because I hate it. Actually, I didn't want to get on Facebook, but my Facebook business account is still there. So I was like, how do I share something to Facebook without going to Facebook? And I think I eventually had to go to Facebook to share something on Facebook. I was like, why does the website not have a share button? Because I had to do it on my desktop, because that's the one where the only device I'm actually logged into Facebook on. And that's only there to keep my business page active, which I don't know why. I don't link that anywhere. I mean, if you found it, you joined it, that's fine. I don't post there though. But I posted and I was like, hey, here's a 10% off coupon code. I need to buy a fisherman fountain bird bath. Facebook is just like not mentally a good place for me. And when I logged in, I didn't log in. I went to my page and then I went to my personal page and then I clicked off of it because I don't want to see notifications from people wishing me happy birthday from 6 years ago. And I saw the thing where it said, my post settings are set so where when I was on Facebook, everybody could see my posts except for my grandma, the one who died last year. And I was like, oh, but I had her hidden from seeing my posts because I don't want my grandma reading all the stuff I post on online, you know? And I was like, oh man. So I got on my business page, posted it, and of course, as soon as I posted, Facebook is like, do you want to turn this into an offer? And I was like, I don't know what that is. So I turned it into an offer. I don't know what that is. They'll probably send me a bill or something. I have no idea. But yeah, if you want to go follow my business page that I never post on, just search for Adam Shenevert Artist. And no, don't try to friend me on Facebook. First of all, not there. Secondly, not friends with people I don't know. But if you'd like to be... Listen to this segue. If you'd like to be friends with me, I will be friends with you on Patreon. For $5 a month, we can be friends. And you can have unrestricted access to me. And see this project as soon as it's completed. Which hopefully will be soon because I'm kind of over it. And get behind the scenes videos, behind the scenes pictures, vlogs, live streams, live chats, after show, exclusive video content, which was literally me putting glitter on a sign, so you're not missing much. But I did film a haul of me buying some of this stuff yesterday that's went to Patreon just because I was like, oh, why would I put this on YouTube? It was just me being like, look at all this crap I bought. So if you're interested in that, link down below. Okay, so now we have our base. And let's floral this. Oh, tell me this is glued shut again. Were y'all watching the video where this was glued shut? Oh, crap. Alright, it's not glued shut, but it's not hot either. Is it? Nope. It's warm, it's just not hot. Alright, so I will take a moment to clean up my ribbons because I'm done with them, and I'm just gonna chuck them in a box behind me. There's a humongous box of ribbon behind me. I got a craft outlet order today. I bought ribbon at Michael's yesterday. I got a craft outlet order last week. I'm not gonna chuck it. I refuse. This is like the smallest piece, but should I just stick this in here somewhere? Yep. I'm cutting this at 12 inches and I'm just gonna stick it in somewhere. And that's all we're wasting. Oh. Almost did that the wrong way. And I think I'm just gonna put it up here. I will definitely be spraying some of this with the Elmer's glue. That video came out yesterday. I hope you guys tried and you have success with it like I do. I don't know that it's going to hold up like long term, but if it means just being able to finish working on your wreath without it fraying to death, yeah, you're not going to be able to see that at the end, so we're good. Does anybody know about Corpse Husband while we're sitting here waiting for this glue to heat up and I'm rolling up this ribbon? All of a sudden, all these videos about this guy, Corpse Husband, keep popping up in my recommendeds, and I'm like, who is this? What is this? Is he dead? Is he dying? I don't understand. And then Michelle's like, hey, did you hear that new song by Corpse Husband? And I was like, what? How do you know who this is? And I don't. So she says, well, I follow him on Instagram. And I was like, why? I said, what does he do? She said he plays games. And I was like, you watch him play games? She said, no. She said, well, he makes music too. I said, you listen to his music? She said, no. So I said, well, why are you following him? Why is he so popular? She kind of like very quietly says, he's got a really sexy voice. So I'm like, okay, my interest is piqued. So I go to one of his videos and like, I didn't go to one of his videos. Like I just like went to one of my recommended videos and it was like, people react to hearing Corpse Husband's voice for the first time. And you know, it's like a bunch of people streaming on Twitch or whatever, like gaming, what, I don't know the whole thing. You know, I got a job. I don't know about all of that. He says as he prepares to play Animal Crossing later with a 9-year-old. Not that I have a job, I don't know anything about streaming. I lack the proper coordination. If I'm looking for this ribbon later, somebody remind me it's over here. You know, 3 videos from now. So like, it's like streamers reacting to hearing him for the first time, and like everybody like freaks out because he's got like this super deep voice. Michelle's like, did you listen to it? Wasn't it sexy? And I was like, he sounds like he smokes a lot, but apparently he's got some medical condition and I don't know. It was this whole thing. And then I went down this rabbit hole and then I called Michelle back and I was like, did you hear this song about him like killing people and rapping? And she's like, yeah. She's like, I like that one. And I was like, me too. I was like, I don't think we're the core audience here, but banging. She's like, he's big on TikTok, and I was like, I don't know what that is. I'm almost 40. I have a dog to take care of and put through college. Where is that dog? He owes me $1,100. He peaced out, y'all. He was like, you taking too long with all of this ribbon nonsense. What you doing? Did you eating food? Oh, you stretching? Oh my goodness, y'all, he's stretching. Okay, let's bring in my controversial picks. Let me say something brave yet controversial. No, controversial yet brave. Here is some Floral, right? If you've seen the Patreon video, you already know where this is going. Here's some Floral. Okay, that's pretty. Ooh, these are pretty. Look at these, how pretty. Okay, that's pretty. And look at these. They kind of match. Very hard to find coral flowers, but these kind of match. And then we have these, which match better, but they're kind of an odd choice. And then I bought this thing, which I have to pull all the way from the other side of the table because it's 47 feet long. So, this is supposed to be spring. According to Joann, this is spring. So yeah, I guess we're gonna try to figure out how to make this work. I see it in my head. I see it clear as day in my head, but it's like, when I'm looking at the stuff at Joann's, I was like, why do they think these, like, obviously fall colors are spring? So I think I'm just so hesitant about using these big roses, even though they're I mean, these are like beautiful. Look, they're open up in the middle. They have the buds. Like, I'm hesitant about using them because they are $7 each. That's 14 times 3. Oh God, how much is that? 28 plus 14 is 42? 40? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I think they're very pretty. I think I could get away with using one, which these were buy one get one free, so I would probably just say, you know, like $350 times 3 would be like $10 for that. Like charge you the actual amount I kind of paid for it. I don't know. But I don't know where to start. Like, hi! You want me to take a break so you can go outside? Is that what you want? Come here. What are you doing? Oh, don't let the glue gun hit you in the head. Yo, I'll be back. Okay. Sorry about that. I mean, I don't want to tell my dog's business, but I don't want to tell business's business, but when I went to go take him out, I had to stop and clean up pee that he peed on in the middle of the kitchen show. He just went outside and looked at stuff, and then I was like, all right, get back in here. We got work to do. We got bills to pay. We got a statue to buy. Okay, so while I was out there, I called my mom real quick because I hadn't talked to her, and I need to do a quick price breakdown to figure out how much I can put in this and still be expected to not only sell it, but yeah, just to sell it. Like, how much I can put in it. The base was 10. The mesh was, how much was the mesh? 6? That's 16. Ribbon is so hard for me, but I know I used most of those 3 I got, so that was 9. 16 and 9 is 27. Probably 4 for the craft outlet ribbon. 7, 31. That's already $93 without shipping. And these swags are so expensive. So the most I can realistically, if I can list this, if I can get it under 125, I can list it for 150. That means I can add. Oh God, I can add 25, like 30. I can add like $10 worth of flowers. Well, that's not gonna work. I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. Maybe we'll do an after show and figure it out together. So this was, I'm gonna save these tags so I can add this up later. This was $6.99. I paid $3.50 for it, so I'm going to add these in as like my focals. Oh my God. Maybe that's why they're $7, because they're so free. Oh, it's got thorns on it too. They are very hard to cut. And the foliage is nice, so let's include that. You're paying for it. Okay, so $6.99, but that's really like $3.50. I think, like, obviously, I would put this big one up here, but I think I'm going to put it here. No, because then it's like, look at me. Well, you want the look at me to be up here. How is this glue still not hot? I was on the phone with my mom for like 10 minutes. Okay, and then maybe this one will go down here. I have other roses to add in here. I really like these. Somebody just said, why didn't he add the leaves? Because I forgot, Beverly. Okay? Calm down. My mom was like, wait, what are you doing? I was like, I don't know. I said, Michelle upset me because I'm gonna get locked in one day. I gotta go play Animal Crossing with Corinne because she was very upset that she was playing last night for her birthday, and I was charging my phone and I didn't see that Michelle had texted me 1,000 times to tell me to go visit Corinne's island. She's like, you're a terrible godfather. I said, those kids don't have godparents. That's not my godchild. I'm just a spiritual advisor. Those are godless heathen children. But I think Michelle has that Catholic trauma that everybody down here has. Like if you're not still Catholic, you have Catholic trauma from your parents raising you Catholic, and then you growing up and being like, oh no, that doesn't work for me. Maybe that's a little bit of transference on my part. My parents didn't raise me Catholic. I mean, I was. My parents were Catholic. I made communion and all that stuff, but then I was like, Mom, all of this Saturday church stuff is a little much for me. And she was like, it's a little much for me. You want to stop going? And I was like, yes. Oh, don't fall. No, no, no. You stay where you're at. I like this. So, did these come off? Can I just pop these bad boys off? Sure can. At least that one. And this one. Okay. Let's get 5 of these, I think. Okay, so this was $7.99. It was half off. That makes it 4. And we only used a third of that, so let's say that's like $1. And my lights are blinking. Down goes the glue pot when the lights start blinking. Okay, so you have 4 plus 1. Yeah, I had to do that. Equals 5. And then this, oh my god, everything is falling all over the place. This is $7.99. And there's 4, so that makes each section worth $2. Take 2 plus 4 equals 9. Okay. These were buy one, get one free at Joann's. So they were $4 for 2, makes them $2 each. Plus 2 is 11. I'm taking accountability for this now because every time I do this, I'm like, wait, how much did I use of this? And how much did I use of that? Okay, and this was $9.99. It was buy one, get one free. So that makes each of these like $5. So if I use, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That makes these like $1 each. So if we use 3 of them, now we'll use 5 of these again. And they were $5, and I'm using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 3, 14 times 3, 42, So let's do 14 for florals, right? Plus 10 for the base, plus 6 for the mesh, plus 9 for the ribbon, plus 2 for the other ribbon, equals 41 times 3. Oh wait, I did that wrong. 41 times 3 equals 123 plus 25 equals 148. Sell it for 150. Cover the cost of the box. There we go. Okay. We're good now. Now I just gotta get all the crap in here. And I would like to start with... I'm gonna put these over here. I had some other greenery I bought too. But I just kind of want these like tucked in and around. I don't want too much. Ooh, that got glue all over it. One over here. I need to take off. I should not, you know, I pulled these off. I should have left the stems on there just so I could get at them easier. That was a dumb choice I made, but what is this, like romantic Victorian coral blush? I'm so bad. I was listing stuff on Etsy this morning before therapy, and I was just like, patriotic Memorial Day wreath, door hanger, front door swag, veterans, soldiers, Desert Storm wreath. So I'm like, wait, what do you want me to describe this as? And then Etsy's so dumb. They're like, what is this wreath for? And I'm like, well, it's like it's like a patriotic wreath. But you can't pick patriotic as one of the categories. So it's like, what holiday is it for? And I'm like, 4th of July, but also Veterans Day, Memorial Day, or just like any day, every day? And what occasion? I was like, what is it different? Wait, I missed. Okay, here it is. I was just so confused. Every time I list something on Etsy, I'm like, what is it? What is the style of this wreath? Is it boho? Is it farmhouse? Is it eclectic? Is it whimsical? What is this? I just need Michelle to give up on her dream of going back to work and being a social worker and helping unfortunate children and come work for me and respond to comments. This is a funny thing too. This is a funny story. I told Michelle, I was like, listen, I need you to come work for me. She's like, yeah, sure, definitely. I will definitely do that while I'm schooling my children and running Girl Scout. She's like part of that Girl Scout cookie mafia. But she's like the godfather of the Girl Scout cookie mafia where she lives. So I was like, listen, I need to give you a trial run, so I'm going to read you some comments, and I want to know how you respond to them. So I read her a comment. You know, it's like, hey, you know, generic, very average comment. Adam, I love the colors in this. Where did you get the ribbon? She's like, okay. And I was like, so how do you respond to that? And she's like, of course you love the colors in it. I made it, and I'm pretty sure I told you where to get the ribbon in it. In the video, don't be stupid. And I was like, you can't say that. I was like, you have to tell them. She's like, okay. So I was like, this one is on a Dollar Tree rose wreath. She's like, what is it? And I was like, it's a wreath made out of roses from Dollar Tree. She said, okay. I said, the comment reads, this is so beautiful. Where did the roses come from? And she's like, why are they asking that? It says it in the title. You don't even have to watch the video to see where. I was like, Michelle, what do you say? She's like, I tell them thank you and that the roses came from Dollar Tree. And I was like, yes. And I was like, now, I also need you to run my Patreon. And she was like, okay, what do I have to do there? I was like, you have to do the exact same thing, except there's money involved. She's like, so no calling anybody stupid. And I was like, no, we don't call anybody who comments on our videos stupid unless they're like... I can't even remember what that guy said the other day that had me so aggravated. Look at that. Pretty good, huh? I will remember it in a minute, though, and then I'll be aggravated again. Oh, then I should shut up. Yeah, he should shut up. These come apart. These are those, like, what the hell happened here? Did I do that? I hope not. Just nip that off. It looks like I just ripped something off of there. I'm gonna have everything kind of going down, and then maybe have some... Oh, I don't know if I can add another dollar to this wreath, but I might have to. This swag. So I was reading her stuff on Patreon, and I was like, what do you reply to that? And she's like, I don't know. Tell them thank you. And I was like, you can't say thank you when somebody types you a paragraph asking you questions. She's like, I don't think I'm the right person for this job. And I was like, for once, we agree on something. I said, you better go back to helping the poor unfortunate kids of Wiley, Texas. Plato. What is? I don't know what her county is. I don't know what's going on with Michelle, y'all. She's crazy. When she comes in, eventually, because I think she is finally in the group where she can get the vaccine. I'm not afraid to say it, YouTube. Demonetize me if you want. I have patrons now. I think she's finally in the group where she can get that, because even though she weighs 14 pounds and she has a pretty good diet, she has high blood pressure, which was like one of our criteria in Louisiana. I don't know if Texas was different. So if they manage to get the vaccine, I think she's worried about, like, she wants the kids to get it too, but I'm like, I don't think the kids need it for you to come in. But when she comes in, we are going to make a video together. And I think, oh God, I'm going to regret this. I'm going to regret saying this on the record. I think we're going to make a wreath. And when I say we're going to make a wreath, I think she's going to make a wreath. And I'm just going to sit there and be like, okay, you've watched a video. Like, at least let her make the wreath base. Or maybe we'll go shopping and she can pick out the stuff, and then the next day we'll make, like, the video. That would be fun. You guys tell me what you want. I'm going to ask on Patreon, because those are the only people who ever respond to me. Like, if Michelle were to make a video with me, what would it be? And should my mom make a wreath with me? She's not gonna. I don't want to let anybody down, but she's not going to do that. But Michelle will. Because I'll just be like, you missed my birthday 2 years in a row. Actually, no, she was here for my last birthday. She wasn't here for this birthday. Because she's scared of the pandemic that's killing everybody. So selfish, not coming in for my birthday just because there's a deadly, deadly virus killing everybody. Y'all notice how I'm leaving those orange things for last, huh? I need floral tape. I have floral tape. Every couple of days I see floral tape and I'm like, I need to put that on my table by my stuff for when I rip this apart, and then I need to put it back together, and I never remember to grab it. Okay, this one's gonna go right down here. Let me tell y'all something. If Jennifer Pickering, I know you're watching. I know you're watching. You getting your hair braided and you're watching on your phone. If she lied to me about these swags fitting in these Home Depot boxes, which I made 2 of them now and have not tested if they fit in the box or not, we're gonna have trouble. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but not all the time, every once in a while I will pick someone from I will pick a random comment from you know, like, I think hers was, I don't know when hers was, but I sent her a box of just goodies. It was mostly stuff from my grab bags. She's got 2 little girls. I sent stuff from them. But she always comments, so she had a better chance of getting picked than anybody else, really. So I sent her a box of 57 rolls of ribbon because I was tired of looking at. No, I think it was a couple of rolls of the buffalo check ribbon from Michael's because I was just like, oh my god. My mom was like, what are you going to do with that? I was like, I'm going to send it to my friend in Florida. And she said, Kyle. I said, maybe Kyle too, but no. One of my viewers, one of my patrons. And it's random, so, you know, what is that? Is that a ribbon tail? It's random. I just pick someone and I send them a little something. And with her, I knew that she didn't get any ribbon, so I was like, and I knew she makes wreaths. If somebody makes wreaths, like, I'm gonna include wreath stuff. If they don't make wreaths, maybe I send them something else. I don't know. Just something I want to do. Not really to encourage engagement. Like, yeah, I would like more comments, and it would help me out. But I just want to do it because you support me. I want to just, you know, be thankful for that. Okay, I don't really like the way that went in there, but I like to, when I'm doing these like floral things, adding them to, I like to build around. Like, I'm not going to put anything here, clearly. But I like to build around what we already, like, this is where our bow was. This is where our flowers are. I think this I'm going to have to grab another little bit of. Oh, I gotta clean up. That's another thing that just, look, that thing just fell in there. I really gotta get up in there and do some cleaning on there. So yeah, if you wanna get a little happy mail, I don't know when I'm gonna do it again. I just do it randomly. You know, comment something. Tell me what your day is doing. Tell me if you think these are a mistake, because I kind of think they are. But then at the same time, I'm like, Adam, you're a genius. That pulls everything together. Even though you can't see the yellow stripe that was pulling all this together anymore. I kind of want this one to come. There's gonna be too much up here. I would love to have it like stick out like that and stay out, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Maybe we can try. It's just, it's not heavily wired enough. But I'm okay with it like coming out the side like that, maybe? Am I? Shh. I'll just snip you off right here. These bows are just like smashed to death. And I'm gonna stick you in. Over here. Get down underneath there. There we go. Good job. Oh god, we're at the point where I start whispering. And let me see. I need another one of these. I don't know what this is supposed to be. The only, like, Dollar Tree definitely has the advantage of actually saying what the flowers are. They may not actually look like what they say they are, but at least they try. I mean, I kind of feel like this is supposed to be like an amaranth kind of deal, but it's very flowy and who knows. I wish somebody would open up a floral like a silk flower thing where they made I know they probably have some, but like just fantasy flowers, and like ones that are not like no tulips, but like, you know, a tulip slash orchid, something crazy like that. I need a piece right here. Okay, so we ended up adding an additional piece, but I'm still sticking with that 150. Which, considering how long I've been working on this thing, is that it? I have more of these roses. I really want to add them, but I'm not going to. I had some other greenery, but it fell on the ground and now it's lost forever. Oh no, this is it right here. What's the price tag? $7.99. I also have this from Walmart, which is like $3. So I think I'm just gonna put a little bit of this in here. Yeah, I like that. This is the seeded eucalyptus. I buy these. They don't have I think I bought like 2 the last time I was there just because that's all they had. But this is pretty inexpensive for as much as you get on here. I think it's like $3. So you know that might be we'll throw this in too. It's a freebie. Oh, you know what? The box that this would ship in is cheaper than my other boxes, so it's not actually a freebie. I just misestimated the price of the box that it would ship in, so there we go. Everything worked out in the end. It needs something up here. I need to make sure I remember to eat dinner tonight, because I don't want to be up tonight at 9:30 fixing something to eat because I forgot to eat again. Very thick. My physical therapist today asked me what I was doing this weekend, and it was just like eating ham sandwiches and tater tots. I think I said that earlier. Did I say that earlier? How long have I been working on this? 4,000 years. 1,000 more. And with this last piece of seeded eucalyptus, I am calling it. Okay. I'm going to throw up some pictures now of the completed swag once everything is trimmed and poofed. If you'd like that to watch me do that and hear my final thoughts on this, you can stick around for the after show, which will be on Patreon. If you want to buy this, it'll be linked down below, along with my Etsy for the rest of my wreaths. Instagram if you want to follow me over there, Venmo if you want to tip me, and Patreon if you want to watch the after show. So I will see you when I see you, or I will see you on Patreon. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I think it came out, well, it looks smashed right now, but it's going to look fantastic after I fluff it. So see you next time, and here's some pictures.